in the great state of Texas.
Mr. Big Man, Mr. Big Time.
We still in the hood. Still in the hood, just doing our thing. Gripping wood grain, swinging lane to lane. Holding, showing, glowing. Still in the hood, just doing our thing. Gripping wood grain, swinging lane to lane. Holding, showing, glowing. Still in the hood with the trunk wide open.
More new music in the atmosphere. I feel like we went from no new music from Wayne a couple years back to now we're getting a lot. A couple weeks ago, he just released No Ceilings 3. Now we got the deluxe edition to that project. It is out in stores, on streaming platforms, everywhere right now. Let me know what's your favorite record off of Lil Wayne's deluxe version of his album, No Ceilings 3. Well, Wayne has been in the news for some business matters. As we told you guys on my platform earlier in the week, Lil Wayne is being sued by one of his former managers, Ronald Sweetney, who's claiming Wayne did not give him some of the money that he was owed. He's claiming that he was supposed to get an uptick in his money, his commission, once Wayne opted to fire one of his other managers, Cortez Bryan, and Ronald Sweetney is claiming he did not get that. All right? Now, the reason why that's so valuable to this story is because Ronald Sweetney is suing Lil Wayne, the court documents are coming out. And one of the things we found out is that back in the summer, Lil Wayne allegedly sold his masters. Again, Ronald Sweetney, Wayne's former manager, is trying to prove to the courts, like, yo, this dude's got money. He's got money to pay me. So we found out that Wayne reportedly sold his masters to UMG, Universal Music Group, for around $100 million. That is a lot of money. And I told you guys the other day, I said, look, it's a pandemic. Wayne, historically speaking, doesn't seem to be a guy that knows what the heck he's doing with his money. That's just being honest, and I feel like that's just being fair. If Wayne doesn't know what he's doing with his money, I could see that there's a scenario where he could have possibly went broke. And we're in a pandemic. Wayne's a guy that's on a lot of tours, a lot of festival tours, headliner at that. There's a good chance Wayne was like, look, let me look at the landscape of rap. I need to make some money. I'm going to sell my masters. I said I'm not judging Wayne on that. He's a businessman. I can't tell a man to turn down $100 million that's in front of him for his masters. Do I believe Wayne's catalog is worth more than $100 million in longevity? Absolutely. But he sold it for $100 million. Well, what I'm about to tell you guys is absolutely astonishing. So your boy Teleferro did a little bit of investigative journalism. That's why y'all pay me the big bucks. That's why y'all watch me. Y'all want the real from your boy. Well, I did a little bit of investigative journalism over the last couple of days, and I found out something crazy. So I actually found out, I found some of the legal documentation between Ronald Sweetney and Lil Wayne's case. I told y'all a few days ago that Wayne sold his masters. I found out that apparently Wayne has sold a lot more than his masters. Let me read this to you. It says the artist agreed to pay Sweetney's 10% of proceeds from 3 separate paydays, 2 lawsuit settlements, which will come back to, plus the sale of any master recordings not owned by Lil Wayne, owned by the Young Money record label. Uh-oh. Now we got a big problem. So if Wayne sold the masters of not just his music, but any project that was released under Young Money, which has 2 of the biggest rap legends of all time in Drake and Nicki Minaj under it for most of their music. Hell, pretty much everything Drake has released up until Scorpion was released under Young Money. If you're reading this, it was too late. Nothing was the same. Like, all that stuff was released under Young Money. And Nicki, we're talking about Pink Friday, the Roman Reloaded joint. Like, these are classic bodies of work to a lot of people. they were all released under Young Money. So now we got a totally different conversation. Apparently Lil Wayne has sold the masters, not just his music, but that of Drake and Nicki's catalogs that were released under Young Money. Now it is worth noting, Drake has signed a new deal with UMG. So when we get Certified Lover Boy, we're supposed to get that bad boy in January. Drake's new album is going to come out under Universal, but again, he now has a new deal with UMG, and he's got OVO under there as well. So that'll be different, but from Scorpion on backwards, all that stuff was under Young Money. Okay, there's no way I could take up for Lil Wayne in this video. I love Lil Wayne. I know people think I'm a little too harsh on Wayne. I think he's a legend. But if this gentleman, which I am reporting to you guys, I'm reporting this. I got information. I got documents to back this up. If this gentleman sold a lot of Drake's catalog, a lot of Nicki's catalog, and his own catalog. By the way, he's a legend himself, not to mention two other legends' catalogs. This is arguably the worst businessman in the history of rap. We are talking about borderline insanity levels of incompetence. Period. If he wanted to sell his own music, I think he undervalued his great catalog. Too much great music from Carter 3, Carter 2. That's his whatever. You sold Drake and Nicki's catalogs back to UMG for only $100 million? I would argue, and I just did some quick math, because Drake's music is going to age flawlessly. Hell, it's aging flawlessly now. $2 billion wouldn't get me to say yes to 5-6 Drake projects. Do you hear what I'm saying? I would not sell Drake's catalog. I don't give a dizzam. If they offered me $2 billion, I'm saying make it 4. It's Drake, it's Nicki, and it's Wayne, and it's all gone back to Universal Music Group for $100 million. Yeah, that's something, man. You know, Wayne was actually doing an interview with Brett over at Bel Air or something like that. Wayne does random interviews with people that he likes. And Wayne acknowledged how great Drake and Nicki they are, and how he doesn't believe there's not another one of those coming around anytime soon.
Do you want to find the next? Do you look forward to finding the next Nicki and Drake?
No, there's no such thing. I hate when
no,
people
but I mean,
ask me that.
But I don't mean them.
People ask me that there's no such thing as the next Drake or next Nicki.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the next girl, male or female, that you can put your footprint on, and I was part of that. Or is it? You can't just.
We do that, you know. So what happens is, I guess back then, Brett, when I did discover, you know, Drake and Nicki, the game was different. Music was different. So what I mean by that is music, they came in during a time where, you know, right before the whole social media popped off. And so they came in where music it had everybody's attention, meaning it had everybody looking to see what is next, who is next.
And I 100% agree with Wayne, right? I think he's dead on the money with that. With the era that Drake and Nicki came in, it was a perfect era to breed two rap legends. And Drake is maybe one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time to a lot of people. But my thing is, Wayne, if you're acknowledging that, if you're able to acknowledge, like, you just don't make Drake and Nicki's on a tree, right? And they came in this special era. How could you also be the same guy to sell their masters? Like, who is advising Wayne to make these incompetent business decisions? There has to be a phone call to this brother. There's no way he's that broke. If I'm Universal Music Group, you just got away with an all-time scam. That is the scam of, look, shout out to all these chicks that are finessing dudes out their money, getting their rent paid, getting Dior bags and all that Chanel meat. You getting all that nay-nay? That's finessed enough. Like, shout out to y'all, and shout out to all my dudes out there that's getting them bags, getting them cars, you know, getting that gas money out of these chicks. I ain't hating. But if Wayne gave away that catalog, those 2 other artists with himself to UMG for $100 million? That is the biggest finesse. I'm gonna have to call Universal Music Group the city boys. They gonna have to be the city boys, because that is a scam of the century. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment box below. Man, that is unbelievable. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, support is what I don't take for granted. Apparently Wayne not only sold his master to UMG, but anything that came under Young Money, which would include most of Drake and Nicki Minaj's catalog. I'm out.
Ass in the